Yo, what is up, everybody? We had a little bit of technical difficulties, fam, this morning. I had to get this thing right. You feel me? I'm still kind of trying to get my situation. I'm still trying to get my situation right. Collar all curled up in and all that. I slept in this shirt, so it is what it is. But man, whew, bringing y'all the quality, bringing y'all the content in a professional quality is a very, 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 very serious task. I am that committed to giving you guys a great listening and visual experience, no matter what. I will damn near not even do the show if I can't give you a show that is worthy of you as an audience, my adoring audience that I love so much. I just want, is it wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know African Americans, we used to people just giving us any old thing. I didn't mess this up too. But anyway, uh African Americans, we are so used to people. What the heck is going on with this? Dude, I don't know why my computer, or is that just my camera just keeps freezing, but I don't know what was going on with it. But y'all give me a one if everything is coming out through clear and loud and everything like that. But I know we get used to people just giving us any old thing, any old kind of way. And I, for one, am sick of that. And so I feel like I'm just gonna be the change that I want to see. And I'm just gonna make sure that I'm not the person giving my people less. I don't know why my thing keeps freezing. I don't know why my camera and stuff keeps freezing. It's freezing for you guys. Have you guys, hey, Medjay, have you seen any freezing? Because it seems like my camera is like freezing every so often. It's been doing that for like an hour or something. That's why it took me so long to get up here. But I guess it seems to be okay right now. Nope, it froze again. I don't know what the heck's going on. What the hell is going on? I don't know what's up with this situation. I'm gonna restart my computer real quick, y'all. Isaiah, what up, my brother? Hey, loud and clear, and you're also seeing the visuals good. Okay, then as long as we're not having, as long as there's nothing going on you guys' end, we're gravy. Okay, so guys, I was attacked last night by on TikTok, but by what I am now calling the Holy Trinity of Black oppression. We have reached a time in our history as African American people where something that has never, I mean, damn, I don't want to think too deeply on this. I don't want to get too deep. But there's one part of me that's like, we are experiencing something that is unprecedented in our history. But then a part of me says, damn, it's kind of always been that way since we came to America or were dragged here as slaves across the Atlantic Ocean to America. But I was attacked by what I am calling today, and will refer to from now on as the unholy trinity of Black oppression. Not just Black male oppression, because this triune entity impacts and oppresses more than just the Black male. See, we thought it was just kind of like they only went after the males, they only wanted to see Black men trodden down. No. This triune entity is on a mission to become the new oppressor of all Black and or African people around the globe. And it really hit me yesterday when I was on TikTok And I was here in Africa, in Kenya, and I let some of my some of my Kenyan brothers and sisters, I allowed them to listen to what was being said. And they looked at me and they shook their head and they said, these people are your enemy. They said, why are you even talking to these people? They are your enemy. And would you know who it was on the other end of the TikTok conversation? 3 black females, African American, 2 Hispanic males, one of whom was the host of the TikTok live stream, and a homosexual, 2 homosexual black males. There is a new face of oppression in 2025. And it made me understand, damn, now I see why these 3 people, these 3 groups, try to throw the racist, misogynist, sexist bag on the white man and the black man so hard. Because they have now overtaken or taken over the role of oppressor in America. Your enemy is no longer the white man. It's not. I mean, I hate to tell you this. I hate to say this to you now, but this is the reality. The white man is no longer the number one greatest threat to the African American or continental African who's come over to America. That may have been the case for the better part of 500 years. But in our day and time, the oppression of African people, we are all Africans, has taken on a new face. It is no longer the heterosexual white male. It is now the Hispanic illegal immigrant and his legal counterpart. No, and I'm not saying this as far as like any type of like racial anything. I'm going to explain this. So give me a second to explain this. The Hispanic male, the black female, and the LGBTQ community are now committed to the oppression of the black race. I got on this live stream. The guy requested for me to come up. That's the crazy thing. The guy requested for me to come up. So I obliged him and I came up. I started talking, and no sooner had I started talking. Oh, were you guys still able to hear me though? Were you guys? I don't know what I got to restart my computer. Put a pin in what I was just saying. I don't know what the hell is going on right now. Yeah, okay. So I don't know why I was freezing. Hopefully restarting my computer solved that. But I'm getting man, I'm getting to the nitty-gritty right now. I have realized that these three groups are committed to not only oppressing the black male and the black group in America, they're pretty much trying to become the new oppressor class over everyone in America who doesn't agree with them. I mean, seriously. I got in here. This guy requests me up, right? And I start talking. And there were two black women in there, and one of the black women basically said, "America has never been great, and I got smoke for black men. I want them to come tell me, when was America ever great?" Damn, it's still freezing. I don't know what the hell is going on with this. But basically, she's like, "I want them to tell me, when was America ever great?" All this nonsense, yada yada yada. Can you guys hear me though? As long as you guys can hear me, the freezing is like whatever. Just give me a one if you can still hear me, okay? Because I don't know why uh this thing is acting up. Yeah, so you guys can still hear me. I see. Okay. But you guys can still hear me. That's fine. It's the camera. I believe it's the camera. I think it just needs to be replugged in. Okay, so we're good. But anyway, so I get up and the lady's like, "I got smoke for black men. They need to tell me, when is America?" I'm loud but not clear. Medjay, I'm following what you're saying. Is my like voice raspy? Is there some type of uh feedback that's happening? When I get back to the States, I'm about to just buy all new stuff because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of having like issues with my audio. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, okay. Voice is good. Voice is good. I hear it. Okay, anyway, don't worry. We'll have the visuals back. But anyway, so I get up here, right? And I get up on the thing. And so the first thing I tell the lady, I said, "Listen, I heard you talk about how black people are not a monolith. I just heard you talk about, slavery and how America's never been great. The usual crap that they talk about." And I said, "Here's the thing. You are approaching your entire worldview from a monolithic perspective." I said, "Every black person who set foot on American soil was not a slave. That's the first mistake we make. Every black person who ever set foot on American soil was not a slave, even from the inception of this country, even before America was established. There were thousands of people in America that were black who were not slaves. Have you guys ever watched the movie Amistad? Have you guys ever watched that movie? I'm looking this up real quick. The guy who was the lawyer, Theodore Judson, was a black person. He was a free black man. And there were thousands of free black men in the United States of America when it was founded. And before it was founded, some of those guys owned slaves. Some of those guys even worked on plantations, women too. Some of them worked as overseers to make sure slaves didn't escape, etc. Yeah, something's going on with my camera, but it doesn't matter. But to make sure slaves didn't escape, etc. There was no designation for black people in that time. Like, you just had to be a slave There were white people who were slaves. There were white people who were indentured servants. There were people from all walks of life, all different in all different situations, right? Who, for one reason or another, ended up being enslaved. That's just the way it was in this country at that time, right? So to approach any argument saying America was never great, America was never great for Black people, I feel is just totally ignorant, because there are Black people who America has always been great for. There are Black people who, America might not have been so amazing for them in the beginning, but later on, these people ended up finding prosperity in America and benefiting from what America had to offer, right? And at that moment, for them, America became pretty damn great. Madam C.J. Walker, the first Black female multi-millionaire in America. I bet you couldn't have came to her talking about America ain't great. America ain't never been great. She would have been like, shit. Find me another place on the planet. Find me another place on earth, right? Where a Black woman could become a multi-millionaire, right? Where a Black person could become a Black woman could become a multi-millionaire and actually have financial, economic power and employ people at that time in the early 1900s, right? Doesn't matter if it was Annie or whoever else. Shout out to Annie Malone. But you find me another place on earth where a woman was able to acquire that type of wealth, a Black woman especially, and be able to provide jobs and services to her people, selling things that only her people used. See, people keep looking at the situation, and they're like, they're expecting, excuse me, they're expecting you to find a point in its history where America was perfect. And I promise you, there was never a time when America was perfect for anybody. America's not perfect now. And these people want you to believe that if you do things their way, everything's going to be perfect. Guys, didn't we just spend the last 4 years doing things their way? Imagine someone telling you they want control, they want to run the show, and then when you allow them to run the show, they do a horrible job. And then when you finally take the reins from them, like, yo, you had your opportunity to run the show, you messed it up, you blew it. They say, nah, you a racist, you're a misogynist, right? You're a racist and a misogynist because you won't allow us to continue to run the show, even though we just proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are not qualified to run the show. Imagine that. Imagine an NFL team hiring a quarterback, bro's trash, they release him, then bro, but they don't even search for a new quarterback. Actually, they find a quarterback that's better. But then they say, you know what? We're going to take power. But that quarterback that release come back and be like, I can run the show better than him. What are you talking about? We just gave you the opportunity to run the show, and you freaking blew it. We just gave you the opportunity to run the damn show, and you blew it. Now you're telling us how you are still the best candidate or the best option for running the show? Guys, it doesn't make any damn sense. But that's the way these people think. You just sat under 4 years of the country being run based on hyper-emotionalism, DEI, social justice issues, and by a white guy who purely took advantage of their ignorance. They chose leadership. They chose our leadership. and the leadership was inept, incompetent, and ultimately unqualified. So now when you replace the leadership that they chose with competent leadership that is actually doing what it said it would do, getting things done, they're mad at you. They're angry at you. They're so angry at you that they, especially the black women, that they're killing me. Do you know these black women sat on this live stream and they chuckled and laughed? They chuckled and laughed. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up at all. Let me get this. They chuckled and laughed while this Hispanic guy basically degraded me live on air. They chuckled and laughed while this Hispanic guy degraded me live on air. And I sat and I just listened to him talking because I wanted people to really understand and see for once how a lot of these black women, the desperate, like lonely, angry ones, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. They're with who, listen, they're mad at you, they hate you, and they're down to take the side of anybody they feel is in a position to take you down to pay. This man called me a bad father. He told me I was a lazy bum. He told me I was a lazy, no good pookie. I probably grape women and molest children. This guy said my father ain't shit. My grandfather ain't shit. No man in the history of my lineage is shit. That's what he said. Hold on, I gotta turn this alarm. Sorry, this guy said that no man in the history of my lineage is shit. That's what he said. I'll give you his name. It's like T something. I'll look it up right now. I said, wait a minute. You guys are going to sit here and chuckle and laugh while this guy degrades a black man, makes racist insults against me. Like it's all funny. And do you know the two gay dudes on there said nothing either? The two gay black guys said nothing. Well, yeah, two gay black guys. The two women and the Hispanic guy who was the host, they said absolutely nothing. I said, these people are really at a place where they're like, look, we don't give a damn about the color of your skin. We don't care about a shared history. We don't care about a shared lineage. If we don't get what we want the way we want it, all bets are off, and we're literally willing to watch another group of people walk you into an internment camp or a concentration camp if they agree to throw us a few crumbs off whatever plate they got. This is where we are right now. I asked those women, I said, what do you guys gain from getting? I said, you're not even making the money from TikTok. You're not even making the money from TikTok for what you're doing, for the spectacle or the theatrical entertainment you're providing. This Hispanic guy is getting paid for this. He's the one getting the gifts and all that stuff they're sending. And you guys are just up here working like two prostitutes for this guy. While he degrades a black man, helping him degrade the black man. There's a group of black women in America who believe that they're just a separate group altogether, apart from black men. They think whatever happens to the black man won't happen to them. But let me tell you the hypocrisy of this situation. These same bitches are saying, I don't see why black people can't see that what Trump is doing to the Mexicans or the Hispanics, I don't know why they don't see that he gonna do it to us next. So you can comprehend this idea that I don't think is true, that whatever Trump does to Hispanic illegal criminal alien migrants, he's gonna do to black people as well eventually. But you can't comprehend the idea that whatever Trump or the white supremacists do to the black man, or whatever the Hispanics and the LGBTQ do to the black man, they will eventually also do to the black woman. I mean, if you really look at the situation, there's more proof of the latter being true than of the prior statement being true. Because if you look at the way these people have infiltrated sports, right? If you look at the way these transgender members of the LGBTQ have infiltrated women's sports, who do you think stands to have the most to lose? Who do you think stands to lose the most in this situation? How many black athletes? All you need is for a transgender to be allowed in the WNBA. It's a wrap for them. Because I promise you, watching a bunch of transgender people play basketball, a bunch of transgender men, I don't know the goofy shit, but watching a bunch of men dressed like women play basketball, wearing wigs, that's pretty much it. It's going to be way more entertaining than watching a bunch of actual females playing basketball. I promise you that. Because at least they're going to be able to dunk, you know what I'm saying, and hit an alley-oop and hit a 360. So who really stands to lose the most? You guys can, Donald Trump gonna do the same thing he did to Mexicans to black people. But don't you think the Hispanics, the activists in the Hispanic rights groups, and the LGBTQ rights groups, don't you think that they're gonna do the same thing to you that they're attempting to do to the heterosexual black male? I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Once we let them once we welcome them into our movements and let them actually gain more power than we have, did they say, oh, black women, we're going to hook you up? These hoes think that somebody saying, oh, girlfriend, and acting like a woman mean they like them. They think because a Negro, white man switching his hips and got a wig on or put some extensions in his hair, they think that makes him one of them. I'm just saying. Tranny basketball. Man, listen, I promise you, tranny basketball gonna be better than WNBA. You might watch it if the games get good. Because eventually they can say, you know, we could be the NBA team, and then they're gonna be over there playing with LeBron. LeBron might join the league. You know, he's an attention whore. But what I'm telling you is they can identify what they believe is Trump inevitably coming down on black people with whatever he's doing to Hispanic immigrants. But they can't identify the fact that these other groups have already done this to black men and women and will continue to do it the more power that they gain. This type of stuff boggles my mind. But this is what I am now referring to as the Holy Trinity of black oppression, period, in America. They keep telling you, look out for the KKK. The KKK is not the person getting me fired from my job. Watch out for the racist KKK. The Grand Dragon. The Grand Dragon is not the person getting me banned up off of social media. The KKK is not on the internet trying to dox me and let everybody know where I stay and where I work in hopes that I lose my ability to feed my family. The KKK is not trying to force me to vote for incompetent Joe Biden, who got the price of my eggs at $19 a carton. They keep hollering, watch out, look out for this. And when you turn around and look, they keep slapping you in the back of your damn head. The proof is in the pudding. The person who is opposing you, the person who has made themselves your enemy, is standing right in front of your face, probably laying right in the bed next to you every night. These people have come together to oppress you. These people have come together to end you in the name of securing their illicit and degenerate goals. And the bad part is they don't even know what they want. They just know that they don't want you to be in control. They don't know what they want. They just know that they don't want Donald Trump to be president. They can't tell you why. They can't tell you what he's done to them. All they can do is continue to make up lies and hope that you make decisions based on those lies. Where do you go once you have fully accepted the lies and you have totally disregarded the truth? Answer me that. The Bible says, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. So if the truth sets you free, what does the lie do? The lie makes you a slave. And when I look at the people who perpetuate the lies, Black women, LGBTQ community, and at this moment, the illegal criminal Hispanic aliens coming from South America, I see the bondage coming from afar. No, Brandon, let's take the position of the Hispanic criminal illegal alien migrant. Oh man, we're just coming to seek a better life. We're not hurting anybody. We want to do the jobs that nobody else wants. Yeah. Transporting fentanyl across the border? Raping and murdering women viciously? Attacking police officers? Kicking in people's doors in Aurora, Colorado, telling them, I'm the captain now, you paying me your rent. Show me where you've heard Hispanic, legal Hispanic immigrants or even illegal Hispanic immigrants who are law-abiding citizens. Show me when you saw the burrito dudes on the side of the road come together and march against what their people are doing in America, victimizing Americans. Please, because our legal Hispanic brothers and sisters, guess what? They stood against it. They said, hell no, get them up out of here. We don't want that. That's ridiculous. Where were the illegal Hispanic immigrants standing up against the ones who were committing these heinous crimes? They weren't. They were defending these people. They were angry at the government for deporting these people. Selena Gomez, she cried for rapists. She cried for child molesters. She cried for murderers. She cried for people who committed demonic crimes against American women. Let's keep it a buck. Because they don't give a damn about you. They only care about putting money in their pocket. They only care about claiming 50 damn kids from their country on their damn taxes and getting a $50,000 tax return. They're doing it. Believe it or not. Boy, you didn't even make $50,000 last year. How the hell you get a $53 tax return? $53,000 tax return. Did you know that you could claim children on your taxes who live in Mexico and Canada? Did you know that? Bet you didn't, because you don't look up your tax. You don't read your tax code. Did you know that an illegal immigrant could come to America, work, get his taxes, file his taxes? He could file his taxes. And he could get a return for children that live in Mexico. Bet you didn't know that. Go look it up. You get your little 5,000 today. Oh, I got to. Man, these fools is clocking dollars, dog. We talk about PPP. They hit PPP. They hitting PPP levels of fraud every year with impunity. Welfare fraud too. Food stamps, your taxpayer dollars are funding a lot of those little taco stands on the side of the road. Damn it, you should get free burritos every night. You already paying for them. They doing you like Tariq Nasheed does his followers. Hit their ass in the pocket like 4 damn times for the same thing. Your taxpayer dollars funded the fucking cart. In California right now, they're giving these niggas free burrito carts. That cart where they cooking that shit up, they're giving them those for free. Taxpayer funded. Look it up. Look it up. So you paid for the cart. They're using their woman's EBT card to go buy all the ingredients. The tortillas, the carne asada, the chicharrones, the buche, the lengua, the cabeza. They're using your taxpayer dollars to buy the damn ingredients. And then they turn around and charge you $20 for the fucking burrito. What? The burrito should be free. I'm going to make a shirt. The burrito should be free. If you beat me to it, you good. You have my blessing. How are they triple and quadruple dipping? How are they triple and quadruple dipping in the pot? They hitting up, bro, the burrito business is booming because the burrito business has no overhead. Every aspect of the burrito business is taxpayer funded. Come on, man. Every aspect of the burrito business is taxpayer funded. And you the taxpayer, dummy. You done bought the burrito 20 fucking times. Let me read Matt J's comment. See, that's why I disagree with you, B. Why the hell would you distinguish between legals and illegals? As far as I'm concerned, they all in the same game. Trust me, Brandon, don't trust these MFers. I don't trust anybody. But I understand something, even if you ever been to jail or whatever. There are some people who operate in their best interests above all. And what I would say about Hispanics, the legal ones, there's a significant segment among them who's like, dude, I don't want to live in Mexico. There are Mexicans who've never been to Mexico, right? And they're like, I've been to Mexico. I see what a shithole it is, and I don't want to make this Mexico. So I'm not saying they're doing it to be virtuous to black people. I'm saying that they're doing it because it's in their own best interest. And if you live in America and you're a law-abiding American citizen, there's going to be a lot of overlap when it comes to what's in the best interest of each particular group. I might have to start using my laptop camera more. This is not that bad, actually. It's not horrible. It's a little bit fuzzy, but it's still cool. But this is what I'm saying. I'm not talking about no kumbaya. Black people still got to get off their ass and do for self, ultimately. But what I'm saying is, look, man, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. It don't matter why. The why is not the reason. The results are the reason. The reasons don't matter, as Les Brown say. What matters is the results. That's what I'm telling you. What do you need now, Hakeem? But that's what I'm telling you. The free burrito. Hakeem needs the free burrito. But this is what I'm saying. Of course, taco trucks don't pay taxes. That's why most of them only take cash. They are getting us coming and going. And you know who's cheering them on? Because she think that she going to get invited to the cookout? The black woman. I don't know why black women think that they are in some special position over the black man where they're going to get welcome where the black man is rejected. Girl, are you stupid? They're not about to invite that stiff-ass weave nowhere. Like, let's be real. Listen, man, they're not bringing that stiff-ass wig to the White House. I'm telling you. Give it up. You're cooked. And the LGBTQ, guys, Hispanic people are taking over this country, America, quickly. You know they are very homophobic. So keep going. Keep going. Because the three groups, traditionally, their values are contradictory to each other. Their values clash at a fundamental level. Hispanic men are patriarchal. What black women would call misogynistic. They beat their woman ass and they running the show or else. That's what they doing down Mexico. Black Hispanic men are also notoriously homophobic. Black women don't want to listen to no damn body. They want to do whatever they want to do when they want to do it. And homosexual people have the same mindset. A lot of homosexual people, they want to do the same. We want to do whatever we want to do and let it all hang out. This is their moniker. Guys, this is all. You can't see that you're headed for a dead end. Like the Unholy Trinity can't see that it's headed for a dead end. Y'all don't see that y'all values literally they literally contradict each other. So who's going to take control? Well, when I look at the race for the presidency, right, I tend to see 4 to 5 Hispanics on stage, maybe one black person, maybe 2 to 3 Indians, and the rest is white. Hispanics are probably going to get the White House in the next 10 years, 10 to 15 years. I have no issue with that. Go ahead, knock it out. This is America. Once they get the White House they're all going to fall in line on whatever side got the White House. And I think it's probably going to be a Hispanic Republican who's going to get the White House. They're all going straight conservative, buddy. It's going to be just like Mexico. It's going to be just like Africa. It doesn't matter what he's saying. We're all voting for him because he looks like us. And even if I don't agree with what he's saying, my dad, my mom, my tío, my tia will not let me vote for the opposition because, girl, he doesn't look like you. He's not brown. Y'all want to act like that doesn't matter? It does. It does. Majority of people will always defer to the person who looks like them because they feel like that person understands them. And they feel like if that person does something bad, he's not going to do it to them because he's one of us. Hakeem Jeffries versus Hakeem Johnson. Do it. But this is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. I don't know why black women think that they are holding some type of special ace in the hole. They still up here bragging about we the most educated. Y'all not the most damn educated. Fake facts. Fake stats. Most educated and most underemployed. Most complaining ass about everything. While simultaneously telling everybody how much better than them you are. I'm not looking at the white man anymore, not like that. I'm looking at the people whose actions oppress me daily. I can't even say what I want on the internet. You know who gonna report you? You know who gonna report you. Show me where black men were like, yeah, let's mobilize, report this black woman so she could get freaking taken down. Ever. Never. Never, ever. We're like, dude, we're living our lives. We don't got time for this shit. Black men are like, man, we going out the country. T. James, you're right. They see themselves as their own group. But I'm telling you today, right now, the new face of oppression is a triune entity, a trinity. Black women, Hispanic illegal criminal alien migrants, and the LGBTQ members who support them. They are willing to let America burn. They would rather see America burn than not have their way. 100% motivated by selfishness. 1,000% motivated by selfishness. And these people are telling you that you should put them in charge. Are you freaking crazy? Are you freaking crazy? That's like somebody saying, that's like in World War II, somebody saying they should have put the kamikaze pilots in charge of the whole Japanese military. Everybody would have been dead. Shout out to you, Savannah. Samson. Boy, you came from Savannah, Georgia, and residing in cold New York. Moved back to Savannah. But I'm telling you, and I know I can't be the only person who sees this. I know y'all see this mess too. I'm giving you guys the link so you guys can come up in here and sound off with me. I want to hear what you have to say about it. Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I misguided? Am I tripping? I don't think I am. I really don't think I am because I see it. The proof is in the damn pudding. I got on a live stream last night and sat there while black women sat there and watched the Hispanic dude degrade me, my family, my father, my grandfather, and everything else. And they laughed and chuckled about it. Just like you sat at your job and watched the black women and the Hispanics in the upper management scheme on you and get your ass fired, and they laughed about it in the break room. Now, I love black women as much as the next guy. But any legitimate, real, solid black woman will tell you, yeah, these heifers, they think they're a special breed. Girl, if I throw water on the back of your neck and them baby hairs nap up like cuckabugs, like roly-polies in the heat, ain't shit special about you. If I smack you in the back of the neck and break my damn hand because your weave is lighter than a feather, but stiffer than a damn board, ain't nothing special about you. I'm just telling you the facts. You one of us. No matter how you want to flip it, twist it, or anything else, you're one of us. If you don't like it, that's too bad. That's too damn bad. Yeah, my stuff is freezing like every few seconds now. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it's too damn bad. I don't know. Somebody that told you wrong or something. I don't know who you thought you was. But they got you out here tripping. But you guys got the link in the comments. Hey, if you guys know anything about tech, my camera keeps freezing. But when I flip from one tab to another, back to this tab, it moves just fine. But then it freezes again. I don't know what's causing that. But if you're in here and you know anything about tech, let me know. Oh, I talked about the fat rapper yesterday. I talked about the obese rapper yesterday. And I'm going to splice it out of yesterday's stream and make it its own little video today. I'm gonna do that as soon as I'm done here. But what do you guys think? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? See, because I'm trying to get some consensus on this because we can't listen. If we talk about this openly and honestly, they'll try to get us for hate speech because that's what they like to do. If we talk about this open and honestly, they'll say we're practicing hate. But we're not. We're just telling the truth. We're talking about how we're being victimized. But you know, in this age of America, I'll open a new browser to see if that helps. In this age of America, Hey Hakeem, are you still there?
Yeah, what up? What up?
Okay. My bro got the background, got the clean sounding this clean sounding micro. Okay, I know. I think I know what was wrong. I think my laptop was unplugged. It was like not all the way.
Yeah, that shit probably die.
So I think that'll probably if it doesn't got a lot of power, that would probably justify the freezing.
Yeah, because a lot of settings be based on power save settings and stuff like that. So if you're running on battery, it's gonna mess
Because
with
I'm
you.
like, I've been good this whole time, so I think we good. What's up, bro? Sound off on this joint, man. What do you think? You think I'm wrong, Brandon? You're right. That's facts. Like, I'm thinking at this point, the triune entity of the black female, the LGBTQ, and the illegal criminal alien migrant, and basically the Mexican drug cartels. That's what's really behind this. I think that's starting to pose more of a threat than this white supremacy, which I believe that might be the entity behind all of it. They might be being controlled, but I think that you got to face the threat that's right in front of you first, and then you could, you fight the levels, then you get to the big boss at the top.
Yeah, I feel like we're at this point just being used in this ongoing white struggle for dominance within themselves, and they recruit people at certain stages that they need to, because it doesn't take much to make the other people feel like they're somebody. Throw them a couple of dollars, give them put them on TV a little bit, like that Jasmine girl that represents Texas or whatever.
Jasmine Crockett.
She's one of those prime examples of like, it don't take much to turn somebody into like you can't tell me shit, and like I'm on the winning team, so that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, she don't get on TV and talk about nothing she doing for her constituents at all. Like, everybody just a part of the game, part of the white game, really, while they turn around and try to say black people that think other ways is somehow trying to get closer to whiteness, when it's like, y'all don't see, like, I don't know, we just get caught up in these white folks inner struggles.
No, I agree with you 100%. Medjay, keep me posted. Medjay said I'm sounding a bit raspy, and that could be possible because I had to redo the audio interface. But I'll just talk as low as possible. But yeah, like, girl, you working, so you're just playing for the other white team, but trying to convince me that I'm some type of coon for playing for this white team. And it's really like, what does white even have to do with it?
But how do you come at any other black folks when it's like, we don't have a team to begin with? So it's like, we don't even have a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, if our team is trying to get us to go to Costco and buy shit. Oh, you mute. You muted, man. Yeah, your mic went mute, man. If you're talking, you can hear me.
Testing. Okay.
There you go.
Let me go back here. Yeah, I wasn't muted. This freaking stupid thing's not working, but I should be sounding a bit clearer now. But yeah, like, we don't have a team in America. So how am I supposed to make America something that's working for me? If I'm just, if you do what's in your own best interest, but a white person happens to agree with you, then you're a coon. What?
Right. Like, bro, it's leading me to the point where it's like this. My ancestors were slaves and they toiled this land and stuff for all these years. So if you not Team America, then you're not on my team, because my ancestors didn't help build this country in vain. So that's really where black people need to be at. And like, when you see people such as Trump, trying to bring things back to like these originalist ideas, and, bringing reining in DEI and bringing it back to the Civil Rights Act, which is what is going on. He's bringing it back to the Civil Rights Act. He's not trying to do anything against the Civil Rights Act. He's just trying to bring the language back to the Civil Rights Act. because if you don't need to protect sex. You don't need to protect gender when sex is already protected in the original Civil Rights Act. You don't need to keep adding stuff onto it that you don't codify in the law anyway, because it's just a game that you play with politics, with these executive orders and stuff like that can be undone as the administrations come and go. Like, these are all unserious agendas.
Man, listen, man, you spoke straight gospel right there. What type of person builds something and then sit up and let a bunch of other people destroy it and say, well, racism? No, my ancestors built this country. They said all the time, I'm not letting it be destroyed by a bunch of losers and weirdos who don't give a damn about anything, who in the next 5 to 10 years going to be on a totally different ideological path.
Right, because it's like they sit here like, oh, Team Democrat, but then they're kicking their LGBT kids out the house. So it's just right. a bunch of hypocrisy going on, man. Like,
bro, they want socialism and communism, but they want to have their own business. Slap me and knock me the fuck out. You want to implement communist socialist policies, but you want to have your own hair braiding business and your own vending machine where you sell wigs and shit like that.
Or have a restaurant where you jack the prices so high because we have no patience and we want to see the fruits and get rich and stunt so quickly as entrepreneurs and all that stuff.
We want to own one business and buy a Benz with it.
We'll do anything for the white man for the image of success.
Man, exactly. And so, like, bro, how is Billy Porter fighting white supremacy? He all up in the White House with Joe Biden, kissing him and all that. Like, you guys, they don't care about white supremacy, bro. They just want their massa to be on top. And that's the funny thing, because I don't believe black conservatives have a massa slave relationship with white folks like black Democrats do. Because if you look at the Republicans will turn on each other in an instant. Look what happened with Matt Gaetz. Look what happened with freaking McCarthy, Kevin McCarthy. Look what happened with the Michael Johnson. Dude, as soon as that dude ain't doing what they want, dude, we getting your ass up out of here, Republican or not. Show me where you've seen dissent in the ranks of the Democrat Party. They all fall in line. Whatever Biden tells them to say and do, they just do it. No questions asked. If Biden tomorrow was like, man, we pushing that every little kid should get a sex change tomorrow, Jasmine Crocker will be up there trying to explain it and trying to make it sound like something. Cory Bush is gone. Andrea Ocasio-Cortez would be doing the same thing. Nancy Pelosi would be doing the same. I would say the most radical Democrat at this point is Nancy Pelosi, because she's the only one who seems like she'll get up there and say some shit that the other Democrats don't want her to say.
Right. Nancy don't be out there. Like,
Nancy be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to keep this paper coming in. You ain't fucking up this economy, Joe. She went in on Joe Biden low key.
She said, we are doing stuff for the people. All they have to do is follow my stock trades.
Right. Hey, she giving you game. Nancy,
bro.
You know, I'm telling you, I don't like her politics, but I could fuck with Nancy Pelosi, bro. I think if Nancy Pelosi was in the same room, we would get along well.
I could do a bonfire with her. I ain't gonna lie.
Look, we'd get along well, because that's a real ass bitch right there. I ain't
She's
gonna
getting
lie.
to the money. She getting to the money though. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, she gonna tell you how to get a bag.
And she not being extrovertuous. She be tucked away when it's really tough.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have a great conversation with Nancy, but I just don't agree with her politics, because I think Nancy is like, she kind of like an old black lady, but how old black women used to be.
She one of those white ladies that ain't afraid of niggas.
Man, Nancy look like she'll swap with your ass. She get out there and throw it. Boy, if I wasn't
like, if you're trying to sell something, she'll let you in, even though she home alone.
Right.
Like, she ain't scared.
I ain't even work. Look. If I didn't have this hip replacement and I wasn't 103 years old, I'll whoop your ass.
Right.
When Nancy hit the knee, I was like, hey, when Nancy hit the bullshit knee for Black Lives Matter or whatever, I said, that's a strong bitch. She about 90 something hitting the
bro,
knee. Like,
she said, hey, remember she said, fuck the National Guard, we got this.
Fuck the Look, if they come in here, we whooping their ass.
Right.
You know, but that's the way America used to be. It was like you had people who had differing ideas, but they both was like, they was with the shit. Now you just got a bunch of pussy.
Different ideas, but still Team America. Like I feel like half we're man. There's a lot of places outside that want to see us fall, man, and they in here. They're in here. They're in here, man, and they're playing the long game. And like, there's people that's not for this country that are in this country.
They hate this country,
and they will use us as much as they need to. We are so expendable to them.
I think a lot of black women hate America too, because I think that black women have like a fantasy of like their fantasy of what America should be in their mind, and it doesn't live up to that. I was watching this interview with Six the Goddess, and she was like, there's just this like contingent of women who they don't want to work. They just want you to give them a pill or some type of book that they could read or some type of operation they could get to make everything good without them having to do any work. She was like, these are the ones online hating on men. All men are misogynists. They this and that. And she was getting a lot of hate from women in the comments. And I was like, yeah, and these are the type of women that's voting too. Because they're like, rather than accept that it's me, it's something about me as to why that's affected, why I can't have the life I want, I would rather just kill the other person. Like, fuck that person. I don't want them around, because when I look at them, it reminds me of how great I'm not, you know?
Bro, it's almost like Biden charged us for the premium of feeling like racism was taken out of the White House or something. You know what I'm saying? We paid for it. Like,
yeah, we got, man, listen, racism was taken out of the White House. Joe Biden made the most racist cabinet picks in history. He picked the little white boy who was stealing people's panties at the airport. Why did he pick a black transgender person to be in charge of the government's nuclear whatever, right? Biden spoke all that diversity shit and was putting white people in all the most coveted positions, bro.
My thing is this: no matter what color you are, if you're supposed to be in that position, you're going to be in that position.
Right. No, 100%.
And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And it doesn't even do you any favors to constantly blame immutable things about you. There are times, like, look, preference comes with discrimination. That's just a part of it. So look, some people might want to hire a bunch of white people or a bunch of black people, whatever, like that it is what it is. But you'll see those instances where maybe it is because you ain't like them. You know what I mean? But to hang your hat on that for everything, it doesn't help you. Like when you lose at something, your best bet to overcome it is to just blame you, take accountability, like look for a way to be accountable to yourself, because that's what you can change is you. You can't change everything else around you as much as you can change yourself. So if you look there first, that's the best option for you.
Man, look, this is the whole thing. It's all the people who want you to make them comfortable getting mad for you wanting to be comfortable, right? So, hey, there might be a white guy who doesn't feel comfortable hiring black people, right? As a black man, being honest with myself, I could see reasons why white people would not be comfortable hiring black people. Why? Because whenever you do something to them, you discipline them or tell them anything, you become a racist. Now they want to go to OSHA and file a class action lawsuit against you and all this stuff. Listen, man, hiring this black guy might cost me my business that my family's been working at for the past 200 years. I'm definitely going to be walking on eggshells before I hire Leroy, right? Like, these people don't realize that the shit that they fight for actually makes it more likely that someone will discriminate against them. Because if I have to run the risk of losing my fucking livelihood because you want to come to work late 10 days in a row and I write you up, now I'm a racist, and you got fucking Benjamin Crump calling my damn office, yeah, I'm just not going to hire you. I just don't want to deal with the bullshit. I don't know if you ever...
Right, and here's the thing. When people do that of all races, when they overly prefer their own, everybody gets burned, like at least once or twice or a few times. When you doing it to be like, oh, I want to, black people, or if you white and you want to do it white, or you want to do it Asian or whatever, like you're gonna get burned by
get burned eventually.
Yes, you will.
So if you are truly operating based on racial preference and racism, You just said it. You are gonna get burned as a person who has owned businesses, right? I remember I worked at a dog grooming place. The husband, he didn't really like hiring black people, straight up. The guy came to me. He said, honestly, I used to have a little preference when it came to race. When I was hiring, I kind of wanted to hire people from the neighborhood. It was over in Lakewood. It's a white area near where I live. He said, but man, these motherfuckers wouldn't come to work. He said, when they would get to work, they'll be complaining. Too much entitlement. Do you know who he started hiring instead? He started hiring people who were recently released from prison. Yep. He said, I hired these guys straight out of jail, prison. He said they're the most dedicated, most punctual, nicest guys in the world. Got a bunch of ex-cons washing dogs. They appreciate the work. And I worked there. The job was only 6 hours a day, but the dude was paying you $25 an hour.
Right. See? Yeah, it's like my dad. He got a cleaning business and he paid people 25 to 30 an hour. And I mean, you can hire Mexicans for cheaper, but it's a family business. So
do you think I ever missed a day at work? Do you think I ever called in? Shit, when you was washing dogs, you was washing dogs because he had a lot of business and he wanted big, strong dudes who could wash them dogs and control them motherfuckers. But I wasn't missing work because that paycheck off of 6 hours, 5 days a week was looking good. Good. And I was done. I was done at 1 o'clock. I was done at 2 o'clock every day. Done.
And also I don't know how it is. I'm not white, I guess, but like with ours, when like they kind of take advantage of us being black when it comes to them fucking off. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point with my team, I'm basically like, look, y'all can come in and if y'all want to go home and finish the day after lunch, that's cool. Cause like that keeps them from calling in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
work with them.
Exactly. So it's like you also got to be able to work with your people too. Like you got to I still have my bias, but I do know to look for skills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you're gonna have a little bias. And I'm saying even I have a little bias. Why would I expect the white man not to have what I have? A little bias is not bad, but I give the flowers to those who deserve them. If I got a white boy who worked hard, busting his ass, man, I've been in management. I was in management for 10 years. Come on, man. Yeah, I want the little cute bone Quisha to come up here with the little cheeks. She looking good. She looking good. Right. But damn, baby, you keep calling in sick every damn day.
Sometimes you got to hire eye candy for them, honestly.
and Spencer and Garrett over here, they on time every time. Hey, bro, you stay late. Look, bro, I used to have this white boy. I'm not going to say his name. He probably got his ass fired anyway. His name was Josh. Crazy ass dude, into guns like crazy. This dude man, I just bought me a weird dude. Actually his name was Justin. Weird dude. Always talking about guns, man. I'm going hunting this weekend, shit like that. Man, that dude would be working like a 12 to 5. Somebody call out. So like, man, hey, Justin, man. He was like, I got you. That's all he would say. I got you.
Right.
Midnight. And me and that dude that dude would stay 2 o'clock in the morning in there with me loading pallets and shit, dog. I'm like, bro's working. Now let me go ask the black dudes I hired when no one wanted to hire them. When my boss told me, you better not hire them niggas like that. But she was black too. And I was like, just give them a chance. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can you say, oh no, man, I gotta go to a basketball game. Stupid shit like that. They only wanted to work 4 hours a day. Look, man, I don't give a damn what you talking about with race. I need somebody who's gonna be here putting in the work. And ultimately, if you run a successful business, that's what you need at the end of the day. Someone with integrity, who's punctual, who's not gonna bitch up on you when you need them the most.
Right. You just gotta know who you're looking for. Cause I had to hire non-black people just so it didn't look funny. Basically.
Look, man, when you find that black person who's down the ride with you and work with you, work hard with you, it's a blessing.
And there's a lot of them.
Just don't think a bunch of, like me and you. If I worked for you, I would go out of my way to be a great employee because I'm like, that's my boy, and he gave me an opportunity. I want you to look good. I've been in charge, so I know how to work. I want my boss to look great, because not only will my boss looking good keep me employed, when my boss decides to move somewhere else for more money and greener pastures, he or she will take me with them.
Right.
That's what an employee's supposed to think.
Like, that's like, I hired my cousin, my little cousin. I hired him. He got promoted or whatever. He's still at the company, but I hired him, and he, he made sure that, like, he didn't.
You gotta go out of your way.
And there's some people that don't care about that, and another thing with us is like, we get distracted with like our personal life, like at work and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, instant gratification is the problem.
Man, it's crazy, man. I just, when you're a worker, you relish that moment when your boss opens up to you. You know what I'm saying? When your boss like, man, this and that. I remember the white dude at the dog grooming spot. I remember that dude was like, the first time that dude bought me lunch. That dude was like, man, I'm going to In-N-Out, man. You want something? He was like, man, come on, they'll take care of it and shit. Come on, we gonna go eat over here. Man, we just went to the park across the street, eating some In-N-Out. But oh, that's white nigga.
Right.
Just talking to shit, bro. Talking to me about all his childhood and shit. He was like, man, I like you. You're smart. You got integrity. He was like, you got integrity. You always do the right thing, even if you know you're not gonna get caught. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm just not a liar and I'm not dishonest. Man, I worked for them for 2 years, damn near almost 2 years, getting that money. Even when I was like, man, I can only work 4 hours a day, he still let me work there. I was getting that little $100.
That's the thing about integrity, like, because you're rewarding somebody when they're vulnerable, and when you return that, like, that comes back to you. You know what I mean? When you least expect it, or when you didn't know you needed it, but there's still people out there that burn you. But
oh yeah, Isaiah, my ass went to work in a snowstorm back in 2021. Walked home from LI back to Long Island, back to Queens. You know how high my footsteps was? Got laid off because some Karen said I intimidated her. Yeah, bro, because because these days with cancel culture and shit, meritocracy doesn't exist. Everyone is so busy trying to save their own skin. Yep. Nobody will stand up for each other. And what you got to understand is this is exactly what they wanted. This is exactly what they wanted. This is how they make you a slave. They make you scared to stand up for the next slave or the next person who gets out of line, because they like, if you try to say something, stand up for him, we're going to get rid of you. I'm telling you,
that's why you gotta like stop being so blinded by this stuff that we're blinded by as Black people, because people are gonna throw anyone under the bus to save themselves, and they'll use the easiest thing to do it. And if you leave yourself vulnerable like that, if you're like super emotional, or just like, if you don't give that impression that like, yo, like your head is wrapped tight, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I've seen white people do it against each other. Like this, bro, I used to work at Macy's, and bro, I swear to God, there's this one white lady. She used to be on medical leave every chance she got. And then this one time she stole candy from this one white girl's locker and ate it, and it chipped her. She stole a Jolly Rancher and some Jolly Ranchers, and it chipped her tooth. And she fucking got on medical leave and shit, and like made a whole thing about it and stuff. And like, man, it's like white people just screw each other over, man.
They don't give a fuck.
If we're just like totally race blinded, then we're open, we're prey. Like we are wide open.
Whenever you see somebody frauding welfare or frauding the disability, it's always white folks. It's not always white folks, but the largest number of people are white folks. The thing is, we can't exist this way for any prolonged amount of time. You can't sustain a country where everyone is looking to try to throw the next person under the bus. And that's what happened to you. Because whereas back in the day, your boss would have stood up for you like, bro, this is like my best fucking work. I don't care about that bitch being intimidated. Like, that's subjective. That's all the guy had to say who was over you. Man, intimidation is subjective.
If you ain't good with your team and stuff like that, like what people come to them with, like they're gonna see that with a real grain of salt. And proof will have to hit them right in the face for them to like take the other side.
They gotta witness you doing it. Like, damn, that's
like
crazy.
There's stuff where like my boss wouldn't even like bring certain stuff to me or whatever, because you know how people be, especially like old white ladies or whatever.
And
like,
he know you wouldn't do it. He know
yeah. Man, and the stuff happens to me where I get like people that complain about my people, and look, I got the keys to the castle, so I can prove that on my own or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff just don't be panning out. So like bro, like I'm telling you, people will do anything like to save their jobs, for instance. Like they'll blame and say like, oh, like someone deleted their email and stuff like that, or oh, they never got something, or like people lie, bro. People lie, all colors, all stripes.
Oh man, bro, when the one time I had something major happen to me when I was working in corporate was well, I wasn't even in corporate, I was at the store level. This freaking black bitch named, what was her name? Cynthia, I think her name was. This lady begged me to hire her, begged me, please, please, every day, but coming to the job, just to the point where I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna give you a damn chance. I'll do any job. I said, man, I'll hire you as a courtesy clerk. I said, you know, you're gonna have to push cards, right? Yeah. You know, I said, look, she was a little older, she's about 40, 41, 42. I was like, you don't got to push a lot. Just bring 2 in at a time or 1 in at a time, whatever you're comfortable with. But you're going to have to do it for an hour every shift because that's the rules of courtesy clerk. This lady took me to corporate, talking about I knew she had a disability when I hired her. And I was unfairly keeping her on cards for hours. I said, what the fuck? First of all, you didn't tell me you had no disability because I would have never hired you. I would have discriminated against you, but I would have made a reason why I wasn't going to hire you because courtesy clerk is a strenuous job. You got to help people to their car with stuff and all that. You can't be doing that with disability. 2, you would go outside, get on your phone, not bring any carts in. By the time your cart shift was over, the cart stall would be empty. Is it fair to me to send another person out there to make up for all your slack on their own? I would say, Cynthia, stay on cards with them until they get everything in, then you could come in. With 2 people out there, it should take about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get all the carts in. I'm sending someone out here to help you. How is that me?
Bro, the first person that I hired because they were black, they ended up being real terrible at IT, and I just had to let them go because they were in a high-paced office, and they were like, yo, what's up with this person? So this girl turned around, and after I let her go, she tried to sue and said that I fired her because she was black.
Yep. And you're black. She probably didn't even know you was black.
She didn't know. She thought I was like Arab or something. But
yeah.
But no, she went for it.
Yeah. And so these are the things you learn from experience. And this is what paints our picture. And what I realized, even when I talk to some of my homies and stuff now, they've never been in these situations. So they just don't know. And like they say in the workforce, you don't know what you don't know. Right. So you looking at everything from this like, oh, it's racism, it's that. We've been on the other side. We really know that most of these people couldn't give a damn. Really, if you want to talk about racism really don't even impact you until you get high up and it's on the peer level. It ain't even on the boss level. The boss looking at all y'all like y'all pieces of shit.
Right?
The person who's gonna be most racist against you is the nigga sitting in the cubicle next to you, and he has no power to do anything to you. He might badmouth you, talk a little shit, try to spread rumors about you. That's where his power is.
They get off on getting other people to take people down for them.
Right. They'll gang up on you. But the boss is looking at it like, man, this dude is productive as hell. I ain't getting rid of him. Nigga, you've been late 5 days this week, and we only didn't work 5 days. Like, as a boss, you just see it. The person trying to hate on people the most, they're usually just the worst worker in the bunch, you know?
Right.
But yeah.
Right. Nah, that's what it is, man. Like, it's people, like, we gotta realize as black people, like, yo, like, because we do have like a confidence issue. We are just as smart as everyone else. I'm telling y'all, like, we've been around everyone. We are just as smart, if not smarter. We just don't have the confidence and the self-esteem half the time when we get around different people.
Let me tell you this. You know, black people are just as smart as any other group of people because when it comes to running a scam, like running disability fraud, we do it better than anybody. We're smart. We have strengths and weaknesses like every other group, but we are smart as hell. But I think about black people, I think sometimes like we are too smart for our own good sometimes. Like we really be thinking other groups are dumb. Like, nah, they dumb as hell. They'll never, like, nah, dude, they're not as dumb as you think, bro. Like they know, they just ain't saying nothing. Like I sat on camera and watched people steal, and I'm like, this fool really think I don't know he's stealing? Like people who work for the company. I remember when I was a bookkeeper, the fucking black lady who trained me was stealing, and I caught her. I caught this bitch. She was gonna steal and blame me, and I caught her. I caught her ass.
What's funny, I used to work at a gas station with just white people out in the country, and they asses was stealing. They would drink shit, eat shit, get cigarettes, and scratch offs, and not pay for a damn thing. Man. And then a year later, they fucking the owner came out of nowhere and fired everyone, including me. I was like, damn.
He fired you because he was like, I can't keep nobody.
Nobody, don't trust nobody. Like,
he thought maybe you knew about it and just wasn't saying nothing, but well, you did.
I would have fired everyone too.
You did know about it. You didn't tell.
I did know about it.
He fired you for not telling, for real.
But since I'm black, it's like, I'm like, fuck these white folks.
Yeah, you like, fuck them.
But then when I realized, I'm like, you know, like people trying to have a little business, stuff like that. But like that stuff, like stealing affects people, man. And like they got responsibilities.
What you didn't realize was every time they stole from that job, they were basically saying, fuck you. Because what if the company would have went out of business? They knew if they got caught, you was probably going to get blamed for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they probably wouldn't, if you ever interviewed any of them before he fired them, they probably lied on you. Oh,
I think the reason why they thought it probably wasn't me as the mastermind was probably because I was black. They're like, there's no way.
He's too stupid.
Bro, like for real. It was like that, bro. Like for real.
Yeah, I've been in those type of situations, man. J said, Brandon, just one question. What took you so long to quit these jobs? I mean, I was working. I had a family. Why would I just? You can't. When you have a family, you can't just say,
bro. You gotta realize, bro. People just be quitting off emotion, like straight up, like.
And I make
straight up quitting off emotion. My nephew does that. He'll be like, I'll be like, bro, you was just saying you was working in a food court over at this one place. Oh, my coworker is such and such. I quit. I'm just like,
this their favorite word. They be doing too much.
Can I borrow $175 for the lights? Like, really?
My question is, what is they be doing too much? That's what my friend daughter always said when she quit all her. She didn't quit every job. She a CNA. She quit to every CNA job. They be doing too much.
What happens is we're hypersensitive already, so we'll misinterpret a lot of things, and what we do is we refuse to deal with that within ourselves and be like, okay, I'm just like tripping or whatever. We'll go and find a way to feel righteous about it, about the emotion that we're feeling. We got to get it out, and it goes from there. Trust me.
And we think we're more virtuous than we really are.
We think whatever comes our way, however the world affects us, we feel like we basically don't check ourselves, man. We are not right all the time. We're not always right. You're always wrong. We're our own worst enemy, and that's real. Look.
To be in any position of authority, you got to be able to check yourself first, right? But to answer Jay's question, yeah, man, I had a family. The jobs paid me great money. I mean, dude, even when I was working changing oil, I worked that job for about 8, 9 months. Man, I was making at that time, people were making like $12 an hour and they were happy, $12, $13 an hour. I started that job making $19 an hour. Why would I quit? I was making great money. And I changed oil for 9 months. And then when I was done with the oil change job, that's when I went to the grocery store job. Took a huge pay cut. I started at the grocery store job making $8.10 an hour. $8.10 an hour. But I worked my ass off and I was able to pay our rent. I had a newborn daughter at the time. I was able to pay my car note off $8.10, man. I mean, back then, rent for a 1-bedroom.
But you prepare yourself for that mentally. You know, like, okay, this is going to be a grind because, you know what I'm saying? And people make it work, man. People choose not to make it work half the time.
Yeah, man. I just think back and I just think of like, you know, when I did leave the job, I left for something better. And ultimately, what really made me quit that job, because I would probably still be in a grocery situation because I was making great money when I quit. But ultimately, what made me quit was just like I started doing jujitsu.
Right. See, when I lose a job on my way home, bro, I'll look for stuff that where like they hire on the spot. Like I would go to like a furniture store and be like, yo, you need delivery people? Hell yeah, we need
Hell
delivery
yeah.
people.
Man, see,
Like
you
right
smart.
there. So when I go home, I'm like, hey, I got fired, but I did get a job on the way back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Delivery, man, moving companies, they want to do. We need somebody to freaking dry this bitch and unload
That's how you
couches
keep
all
your
day.
bitch though. You know, you gotta have the next thing going. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I've never been in a situation where I was fired and I was like, dang, I'm broke, I'm destitute. I mean, there's always unemployment. And then on top of that, I've only gotten unemployment once in my life. And dude, I promise you, I got unemployment purposely. I frauded the system, dog, did. But I got unemployment because what happened is I got suspended, but they told me I could come back to work. But I called my union rep and I was like, can I use my suspension date as my termination date? She said, yeah. And they were trying to, it was a Mexican dude hating on me, typical, and a black lady who was working right next to me, wasn't saying nothing, knowing his ass was lying. But I used my suspension date as my termination date. The guy tried to say that I falsified some WIC, right? But the WIC is impossible to falsify because it's based on date and it won't even go through the machine if the date is wrong. So I knew I had him by the balls. I knew the system better than he did. And then on top of that, my performance evaluation was a 4.98 out of 5 on the performance evaluation just 2 weeks prior. I said, "Oh hell no, I'm getting that."
And that's how you can get discrimination lawsuits and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to know you got to keep your shit tight, and that's how you get them. Like, come on, because some people slip.
Soon as I faxed that paper to unemployment saying that I had a 4.98 out of fucking 5, the lady said, "I'm approving your unemployment." She was like, "I'm approving it." She called me and was like, "I'm approving it." Because
the reason I wouldn't do it is because I'm ADHD, so I don't like doing all that paperwork and waiting on mail coming back and forth and shit.
It's not a lot of. Listen, that's the
in Minnesota. It was. It's like, you know, you can't
California.
Just, well, a woman can go into any office and just get it that day type stuff, but like
money. Unemployment is through the federal
because they gotta wait on a response in Minnesota. You gotta wait on a response from the employer. Because they have a right to reject or like appeal it, basically.
They appeal it. Listen, bro. In Cali, I called them the day I decided I wasn't gonna go back. I called them.
You gotta tell them, yeah.
I called the unemployment people. I didn't tell the fucking job shit.
Oh, I'm saying like some people when they get fired, they'll tell them like, hey, I better not have a problem with my unemployment.
I threatened them. I'm gonna kill everybody in this motherfucker. But dude, I called unemployment, bro. 2 days later, I got the call from unemployment. I got approved. The lady was just like, fax me the stuff. That same day, I faxed her the stuff. She called me back. I got approved. Within, I would say, 2 weeks, my first check was in the mail. That bitch was fat, dude. That bitch was like $1,200. I was like, yeah. Yes, it was like $1,200 because they put it back to the time you was making the most money.
Yeah.
And by that time,
also if you waiting on it for a while, they'll kind of back pay you too. Like,
yeah, they gave you back pay. I mean, I don't know if I had back pay, but listen, I was like, cool, I got money coming in. Hand the check over to wifey. Here, do what you got to do with that.
But you had to work a job to get that though. That's not a handout. You know what I'm saying?
You paid into it.
Right.
You paid into it.
It's like an advance on your Social Security a little bit or something.
Yeah. No, Isaiah, back then, $1,200 was a lot. And I was getting $1,200 twice a month. Like,
right.
That was
rent was like $500.
Like, bro, I was getting $1,200 twice a month. That was beautiful. And I think the first one was like 12. I got the back pay one, and then I got the 1,200. And then I think the next one, it was like 12 or 1,300. But I was getting 1,200 like every 2 weeks or something.
People lost their minds during the pandemic when they was getting like 1,000 a week.
Bro, my rent was only $875. Understand that. My rent was only $875. This was years ago. My rent was only $875. So one check went towards the rent, and I still had like $400 left over. Then my next check was all me, nigga. What you want to do with it? You know, like, come on. I had $1,200 of disposable income every single month. But I'm telling you straight up, I was getting the $1,200, and then I was just like, I get that check to wifey, and then I take like 100 off of it, give her the next check. I hand her that whole thing and just get like 200 off it. And all I was doing was training jujitsu. And let me tell you the crazy thing. The week they told me, okay, so they sent me the letter like you only have this much time left on unemployment, right? I got a job, bro. I got a job working in an oil refinery, making bank. I was supposed to report the next week. That weekend, I said, okay, well, I'm going to just do this. I'm like, oh, my jujitsu dreams are over. I got to go work at this stupid ass refinery, 12-hour shifts and shit, 16-hour shifts. Fuck. My professor, my coach was like, why don't you just do like one more tournament or whatever? I said, cool. He was like, I'll pay for it for you. I said, okay, I'll do it. You know, just to be with the guys. It was a group of us
Yeah.
in San Diego. All right, let's do it. Took wifey, you know, we gonna go get us some Mexican food after. Bro, I go fight this tournament, right? It's gi and no gi. I fight all morning, win gold. Fight all afternoon. I won gold. I won gold in the second part. So I got double gold. When I whooped this white boy ass on the second part, a dude walks up to me with a check for $1,000. I said, what is this? Because I just joined the tournament. I just did the tournament because the other people in my school was doing it. He said, man, congratulations, man. I said, like for $1,000. And you know, nigga, I want to play. He said, you're going to Abu Dhabi. I said, I'm going to Abu Dhabi. He said, yeah, man, Dubai. I said, Dubai.
He said, you're finna get shit on and make more money.
Man, listen, right? I'm like, what? I'm confused, bro. Hakeem, I'm legit confused.
Right.
The dude's like, man, you know, this tournament you won was for a free all expense paid trip to Abu Dhabi.
You like, I just did this for an adventure just to get out of town.
I just did this as a last hurrah because bro was like, no, 2 weeks. You're going to Abu Dhabi in 2 weeks. I said, what? Man, I said, I don't even got a passport, but I found that Bro, I found out you get your passport the same day and shit. I said, okay, so all expense paid, right? So I kept the $1,000 I had. I said, I'm going to use this to spend when I get out there. I go out there, dog. I fight. I win. Them niggas handed me $40,000 cash.
Oh my damn.
Cash, dog.
Bro.
Cash. Counted it out on the money counter on the table in front of me.
You on a plane with a bag of cash, bro.
Bro, niggas got sunglasses on, they little sheet garments and shit.
Damn.
Niggas with big automatic
and
shit.
That was like $30 of them.
They like, listen, they like, I walk in, cause they like pay him his money. Nigga, they money counter. I still remember, nigga, they had millions stacked up on the table because I think for the black belt grand prize, I think it was $1 million.
And they was doing side bets for you too. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
like they was probably winning off you,
bro, for sure. Bro, listen, that day I fought 4 Russians though, and that's some hard shit. But you know, it's whatever. I won. I prevailed. Bro, I never saw so much money in my life. All these money counters, they counted my shit out. I got a military escort back to my hotel room. They said, go upstairs, put the money in the lockbox. Do not come out of your room till tomorrow. Nigga, I got that money. I put that money in the lockbox. I was out that bitch the same night going crazy.
Right. Put a little bit in your pocket.
Nigga get massages from Filipinos, fucking some half Arabic, half Russian bitches, strippers. Niggas was having a great time. But I came back like, man, fuck. And let me tell you this. The day I was leaving was the day I was supposed to report to that refinery job. And I called the guy. Well, I talked to my bitch ass uncle first. I'm like, what do you think I should do? He was like, man, you ain't gonna have a lot of opportunities to work in the refinery, man. Fuck that trip, man. You need to get in there and get that money. Typical nigga.
Union nigga.
That nigga ain't in no union unless it's the union. Let me stop.
Union Pacific.
Listen, I called the guy who hired me. It was for a company called Nuco. I said, man, look, man, I'm conflicted right now. He said, what's up, man? It was a Samoan dude. He said, what's up, bro? I said, man, I got an opportunity of a lifetime to go to Dubai. I said, but I'm supposed to report the same day the trip leave to the job. He said, man, take that trip. You get a fucking refinery job anytime. He's like, that's a once in a lifetime. Now it ain't no once in a lifetime. I'm doing this shit all the time. But that's the type of advice you need. He said, man, I've never even been out the country, and I've been working at this shit for almost 20 years. He said, take your trip, man.
And he knew you wanted to take the trip too.
He told me, take the trip. Shit gonna work out. He said, just call him when I get back. I never called him.
Hey, but sometimes you do gotta take a break from the grind and like really pursue happiness, because it is a pursuit. It's never you're never gonna just be in a constant state of happiness. It's always a pursuit. Thomas Jefferson was right, bro.
I mean, if I knew that dude, I would hug him, because it's like, if I saw, because he just gave me the most real advice. He said, man, fuck this job. He's like, a job is a job. He's like, go take your trip, and when you get back, just call me. Just call me. I have 40 bands. I have to call his ass. Like, I went right back to the mats. You feel me?
Right.
You feel me? But I was just like, and then the funny thing was, I was spending on the 40 and whatever. And then obviously I'm paying my rent and shit like that. And when the 40 got about to 20, I was like, okay, maybe I should try to get another job, right? And that's the job I have now. That's the job I have now. So this shit all worked out. And it was amazing. But yeah, man, like, I've definitely been, I think, luckier than most. But I think my luck comes from my wife calls it my audacity. She like, nigga, you got the audacity. She like, you do some shit.
Yo, I'm about to go to Abu Dhabi and fight. I'll fight anybody, bro.
Hey, for real. Bro, they wanted me to come teach out there, bro. I couldn't do it, though.
I used to wrestle in Minnesota. Shit. So.
Man, they'll bring you out there. You be teaching. They pay you $4,000 a month, give you a car, all that, free housing and all that.
It's basically like teaching English, huh?
Yeah, what they tell you, though, Dubai so motherfucking expensive.
Bro.
$4,000 ain't shit. Your rent gonna be like $3,000.
I hear it's like different rules for like citizens and non-citizens. Like it's super different, like two different worlds.
Well, out there, you don't need no visa to work. You just go and you can work. See? So citizens rules, because man, that's weird out. It's a little weird out there. But the best thing about that place is you can just touch down and get a job and work. Like a lot of people who want to move to Africa and shit.
Right, and I hear that's because the Arabs don't work. Like in them little rich countries, like everybody else works.
They're rich.
Right.
These ain't cleaning toilets. Bro, you go over there, it's a gang of Filipinos and Africans. But a gang of Filipinos. It's more Filipinos than anything.
Damn.
They over there working, niggas working on skyscrapers in the heat, boy, with sandals on.
They had a Jollibee up in that moment.
Look, they probably do. But yeah, man, look, man, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go to training in a minute. But I'm in Nairobi right now, bro. So I'm just like, I have to say what whisper.
So you can go to training for throw around some skinny Kenyans?
No, dude, no, some big motherfuckers. It's mostly white boys, bro. Mostly big ass white boys from the UK, Russia, different places. I'm not gonna throw them around. They like worship the ground I walk on, dude.
Either they're mercenaries or tech dudes.
They're some of them work for different embassies, and then they're
diplomatic immunity.
I don't think they're no damn mercenaries, but some of them work for like engineering companies and shit. Just like you, man, the way they approach it is like, they stuck me out here in this shithole. That's how they think about it. I'm like, nigga, I wish I was stuck out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is
right.
Crazy. But yeah, so they don't appreciate it. But
British people are well traveled, bro. Like nothing really, they don't appreciate anything. British people.
Well, because their country's such a shithole, they gotta like leave the country to get decent work, man.
To get sunlight.
The immigrants taking all the good jobs. DEI, dude.
Yeah. Right.
But let me read this comment. Strength said it's audacity and people like you, Brandon. It seemed like if you can't do something, there's someone that would for you just off who would do it for you just off the street. Man, sometimes it be like that. I think when you're doing it, you're a good person. People want to help you. You know what I'm saying? Like Hakeem. Hakeem is a good dude. I would help. I would help Hakeem if I was in Texas. He's like, man, I got a flat tire. I'm like, come. Help you out, whatever. Like, I think people recognize, that saying, real recognize real.
Right.
And unfortunately, when it comes to the social media game, people don't gravitate towards real shit. People gravitate towards theatrics and fucking people projecting an image that they really can't live up to. I noticed that.
AI is going to build the matrix for them, all right? Just wait on it.
Right. Oh, it's coming. Because
they asked in the matrix.
They already telling them that that's what they want.
If you see AI now and then you watch the Matrix today, it's gonna make way more sense.
Way more sense.
Like when that agent was like, "Yo, we built this matrix because you guys relied on AI so much to think for you guys. This is where it came to."
I saw that when I was on No Jumper. People not even watching what you talking about. They just there for the fanboy shit. Oh, put this person on. Put Brick Baby. I'm like, these guys are fucking idiots, man. They don't have any good points to make. So y'all not here for the information. Y'all really just here for the optics of the shit.
For Adam 22 is really a job for him.
Oh, for Adam is like the puppet master. He giving y'all what y'all want.
But he still got to deal with the personalities.
Man, they all kiss Adam's ass, bro. Don't believe that shit. All that shit. That like they all kissing his ass. I'm telling you, that dude just needs to put all he has to figure out is where to put who, like putting people in the right place so it'll go viral. You know what I'm saying? And then they spark up beef amongst themselves. It's cool.
I mean, he got an opportunity to spin that shit off into some reality because they can start getting a little more acting with it and like do some fake beefs and shit and just this whole like internet layer of and really separate the streets from the entertainment for real. Like, I don't know. There's opportunities there.
Soon as Adam figure out how to get white boys on there and get the same buzz, that's what he gonna do. But it's just crazy to me. But people ain't on this internet, especially black folks. Black folks ain't on this internet trying to grow or empower themselves. They're on this internet trying to look for what's funny and what's entertaining. That's it, most of them. But it is what it is, man.
Right.
Hey, I'll talk to you, my brother.
All right, peace out, everybody.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thank y'all all for tapping in, man. I gotta go to training, then I'm gonna edit some videos and put them up for y'all. But yeah, please take care of yourself, and until the next time, take care of each other. Peace.